Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Now, what it is NFL.com are on Gamepass. They let people get Game Pass free in the Netherlands, Argentina, and New Zealand, I believe. And the biggest servers are the Netherlands. They're the fastest, but there is a lot of Argentina servers that are really slow, but you can get them. I haven't found many New Zealand ones, but I'm going to show you guys just how to do it. I can't go through all the installations because I done tried that in the last one. I tried making a recording of going through all the installations and stuff, but you'll have to figure that out yourself. Just if it asks you to install an adapter or like some type of network thing, just mash yes and let it install, because there will be a VPN client adapter thing that you'll have to install once this gets up, and it'll ask you to install it. So, but anyway, the three main ways I'm going to be showing you right now is this one. This is my favorite one, but there's a huge downside to it, and that's that once you go here, you want to click on VPN Gate Public, and it'll ask you to do something, and you can just click yeah. But you want to sort it by region and look for ones that says on the Netherlands. And like, this is the big downside to it. There's not always a Netherlands one on here. I've only seen Argentina on here one time. Never seen a New Zealand one. But if you see any of those, connect to those. But a lot of the time there will be several Netherlands one on here. And the bad thing about this one is that there's not always a Netherlands one on there. But it is reliable, and it will work every time when there is one on there. Alright, now this one, it's been just as reliable for me, but it's a little, I mean, it's not really aggravating, it's just a little slow and retarded. So what you want to do is go to an Argentina or Netherlands one. Sometimes the Netherlands ones are blocked, but so I tend to just go to Argentina ones because there's usually a lot of those. I haven't seen any New Zealand ones on here, but I haven't looked. But you want to sort through this list and click on the Argentina one and click Update Results. And once you get on here, I would definitely recommend trying to connect to the highest speeded one. This link will be in the description. It's hidemyass/proxy list. But once you found one you like, what you want to do is just copy the IP address and remember the port. It's 8080. But what you want to do is go to any browser. You can go to your options and then go to network and then settings. You can easily figure this out on Google Chrome and Internet Explorer too. But what you want to do is go to manual, and I already have this one in there. But I wouldn't recommend using the same one as me because they might catch on to like suspicious activity or something. So, but yeah, what you want to do is then click manual proxy and paste this IP address right here, and then put the port right here too. So mash OK, and then OK, and then it's just to warn you, it's going to be very, very slow, okay? But once you get it loaded, what you want to do is go to gamepass.nfl.com. Now, like I said, it's going to be very, very slow getting to it. But once it loads, you can just disconnect it. Once this page loads, you can just disconnect it, and there'll be a thing that says watch now, and you can just click watch now, and you don't even have to be connected to it once the page loads. So I'm gonna pause it until this page loads, and I'll tell you how long it took. The Argentina ones are really slow. If you can connect to one in the Netherlands, that'd be better, but a lot of the times the Netherlands ones will be blocked because they've caught on to a lot of Netherlands ones. So I'm gonna pause it until it gets loaded. Alright, it's already been like 2 minutes, and this just shows how slow it is. But see, once it's already caught that you're going here, it's going to work. So you can stop it and go to your options and turn that proxy off. Hopefully this will work for you. It's going to work for me because I've already done it. And just go to your regular internet once it turns the proxy off, and then you can just click watch now. Same way with the Netherlands on this one. If you download it and click Netherlands, it's gonna go to it, and then you can click watch now, and then just disconnect from it down here once the whole page is loaded up. And the next That one's pretty good because you don't have to download anything, and this is probably the best way to do it. But I don't know how reliable it is, and that's why I'm not. This is why it's on there second. And the next way is CyberGhost. Now you can pay for it. I don't remember how much it is, but it's also free. And if you downloaded the free download, there's a downside to it too. It works every time, from what I've seen, but I don't know how reliable it is, and that's why it's last. But there is a big downside to it, and the downside to it is, I'll show you once it's loaded up. Okay, so the downside to it is, once you click here, and the Netherlands, sometimes the Netherlands will be full, but it's not right now. It was last time I tried to make this video. But what you want to do is click simulate IP address, and then it'll make you wait 30 seconds since you're a free user. And that's the bad thing about CyberGhost. Everything about it's kind of slow. The connection's not too slow, but loading the CyberGhost up takes about a minute, and then connecting takes forever. But it's worth it because it does work pretty well from what I've experienced. Alright, just pause the last 5 seconds or so, save us a little time. And then you want to let it connect. It's going to drag the little pinpoint to the Netherlands location. And see, this takes a little while to do that. Takes about, I don't know, 15-20 seconds, I guess. It can seem like much longer. Sometimes I guess over 30 seconds like it is now. But sometimes it'll be full and you'll have to keep refreshing it, and it will take forever to get into one. Now you can see I'm enabled. My speed isn't too great, but it will work. I'm going to go to Google Chrome because once you've connected to a Netherlands or Argentina or New Zealand server or VPN or proxy or whatever you're going to connect to, your browser will remember that IP address that you've logged into, and it'll keep popping up as Gamepass for free even if you're disconnected from it. But on this different browser like this one, I'm going to show you it's going to work. What you want to do is go to gamepass.nfl.com, and once you do that, it'll load up. I had to pause the video real quick. And once it loads up, like it's loaded now. Alright, once it's loaded, you can just go to CyberGhost and disconnect from it, and you can click watch now. I had to make sure I was recording there. It'll take a second to load. The reason I showed you guys this many ways is because they block so many IPs that sometimes it doesn't work. One way might not work than the other, and then you'll have to go to this or that or this or that. I have like 5 backup ways. I'm just showing you the top 3 that I know. See, it's loaded up. It's gonna be low quality. I'm recording everything, so everything's gonna be a little slow. But you can go to the games, and the live games will be here Sunday. And you can also go back to like week 8 or 2009 or whatever. Show the Carolina Tampa game loaded. And a silly for Thursday night football. It's low quality because that's what I have it set to right now. But see, it works pretty good. So these 3 ways are the best ways I know. Like I said, this way is probably actually the best way. It's just, it's so slow. You might get frustrated with it. You have to, once you get it to go, once you get that proxy in and everything, you may have to keep refreshing gamepass.nfl.com to go to it. So, but I'd say this is the best way because it hasn't stopped working, and there's always a different IP that's up on here, and so it works pretty good. And that's pretty much it. You guys can figure out how to install this yourselves. I would get into it, but the last one I did, and it was way too long. So these 3 ways, vpngate.net, I like this one. It's really reliable, but there's not always a Netherlands server. And I had this problem Thursday where I didn't have a Netherlands server until around halftime. So that one's a good backup for this one. And this one is also really good. It's just on game day, I almost guarantee the Netherlands one will be full, and you'll have to get your spot in and stay connected to it until you can get that page loaded up. But the good thing is, all you have to do, maybe like on Sunday, like at 10 o'clock, you might can get on, and once you're loaded, you can just disconnect it, and then just start up the Gamepass console, the Watch Now, and just keep it on there until the games come on. So that way you don't have to worry about the servers being full or anything. But it works pretty good, guys. This is the 3 ways, and sorry I made it a little complicated than it had to be, and then sorry I made it this long and didn't explain it too well, but you guys can figure it out. These 3 websites are your best friends to get in it. So yeah, this is how you do it, guys. I'm done.